Which continent? Coming from Poland, in Europe. So right after I finished my studies, I came to Vietnam. That was in 2012, so 7 years ago. So I'm very much in love with Vietnam. Initially, I came to manage a student organization that is called ISEC. Anyone know ISEC? Some of you do, right? So for the first 2 years, I was running ISEC. And I really fell in love with the people here, with the country. So I joined other purposeful initiatives, for example with UNICEF, and that led me to what I'm doing now. So for the last 4 years, I work with eye care benefits. That's the
Chinese Canadian. I've lived here in Ho Chi Minh City for close to 10 years. I married a Vic Q from Australia. We met here 10 years ago. I am an HR professional. I've always worked in HR my entire career, both in Canada and here. Currently, I work for Publicis Group. They're actually in this building. They're on level 6 and level 7. It's an advertising company, a French advertising company. Here in Vietnam, we have 6 agencies underneath the group. In total,
from Singapore. Once again, I also want to thank you, Kevin, for inviting me to this event this morning. A little bit about what we are doing. We are a Singapore bank, and we have actually started our retail banking business in Vietnam the last 2 years. We've been aggressively hiring people.
In a female-dominated industry.
can you repeat the question? Can you repeat the
How
question?
do you find meaning and purpose in your work in an industry that heavily dominated by female? Are you scared?
Okay, so Kevin, what Kevin said is correct. In my entire team, I have about 7, 8 people. They're all females. I'm the solo guy. I'm the solo guy. I think what helps me find purpose is not so much if they're male or female, to be very honest. Okay, I think it's more of an alignment in terms of your passion to want to work with people. Even in my previous roles for other companies, Kevin's right, it is typically skewed towards females. Typically more females will work in HR than males. The males I have, my male colleagues, typically will be more on the kind of learning and development side, like the trainers, the soft skills, whereas my female colleagues will be kind of more focused on the compensation and benefits, more of the administrative side of HR. I think with this company that I'm working with, how I find purpose is that we actually have a female chairwoman. Very smart lady, her name's Mai Hoon. You might know her. She's very active on Facebook. She's one of the KOLs within the market. And I joined the group because of her. Her and both Lucas found me through a headhunter about 1.5 years ago. I wasn't really looking for a job, to be very honest. I wasn't actively looking, but a headhunter called me and said, hey, there's this French group looking for a HR director, are you interested? And actually, my first question to them was, you know I don't come from an advertising background, right? my experience has always been in HR, but it's always been more on the professional services, more in the public sector. Why are you even looking for someone like me for this role? So I met with them. I was had a kind of almost like an instant chemistry with both of them. And I guess the chairwoman really kind of stood out for me because it's one of the very few female leaders of an organization. She's highly articulate, very smart lady, studied in Harvard, one of the first people in Vietnam that was offered a scholarship to study at Harvard. And what really resonated with me and kind of what helped me find purpose is that they share with me very honestly their challenge. Like the group came into this market 3-4 years ago. Their strategy in developing markets is they will acquire these smaller agencies and park everybody under the group structure. And what really helped me find purpose is that they were very frank and honest with me about their challenge. They said, look, we just merged these 6 companies. We're trying to have this one group culture, one approach, bring all these people together, but we're struggling. Honestly, we're struggling, right? And it's because we've never had perhaps somebody specifically looking at our challenges with an HR lens, with a people lens. And after some convincing, some talking back and forth, and some pretty very open discussions, we were able to come to an agreement. And then I've been working with these guys now for about a year and a half. Are we 100% there? We're not, to be very honest, okay? But we definitely have made progress. I've been able to work with a senior leadership team to be able to put in place systems, processes, initiatives to really address the issue. And if I look currently today to 16 months ago when I joined, I know we're better off. For sure we are. And they also agree. So I guess to answer your question, how I find purpose is that if I know that there's a challenge that I know I can work with people that are of like mind and are willing to take some chances, and I can visibly see progress, that's kind of what gives me purpose in the job.
Thank you so much, Tony. I love your sharing so much because it relates to me a lot, right? What resonated with me was always the journey of finding your life purpose is not much about the destination, but it's about who you are walking in on that journey with. So following